Welcome to the FIBO Football Festival. We're back here in the content studio on day 3, and we have a lot of interesting guests already on this chair. And now I have a guest that's not new to the European League of Football, and I'm joined here by Quinten Pounds, former wide receiver in this league, but now offensive coordinator. Welcome, Quinten. How are you doing? How is it being back in Cologne?
It's great. I mean, it's one of the best places to be in the world, and just great fans, great league, great vibes. Just so happy to be back out here, blessed.
We're gonna jump in that later, how you feel about being back in the city in this new and exciting role.
Yep.
But let's look at your history with the European League of Football first and foremost. So, I mean, you played college with the Huskies, and then you had a lot of international experience. First, Centurions. You had a bit of time in Mexico too after that. But 2 seasons Centurions, how was that for you? Let's take a road down memory lane.
It was amazing. Playing my first year, I was just happy to be out here and just took everything in. And after that first year, I knew I had to come back for another year. It was something I'd never experienced before, and the experience was just so amazing that I had to go back for one more year and come out here. And obviously, it's left a great impact on me because I'm here now.
Great. Glad to have you back here in Cologne. Well, what I want to know is, when did you make the transition into coaching, and why did you want to get into coaching?
Yeah, I mean, for those that know, I had a lot of injuries throughout my career, and obviously I can't play forever. I feel like I'm still athletically capable to play, but I feel like, different calling was meant for me, and that was go coach and help give back and teach people what I know to help better their game.
Okay, great. So you spent some time back in the US after you played with the Centurions, you played in Mexico, and then 2024, it's been a year where you were in the US basically. And then when did this happen? When did the Centurions call you? Did you keep in contact with them? How did you get into your current role?
Yeah, I mean, happened about like 2 or 3 months ago. They randomly just hit me up one day and on Instagram and
on Instagram?
Yeah, on Instagram, yeah.
Okay.
And was asking about just if I wanted to coach. And I was thinking about maybe this is like a camp or something like that. I didn't know what it really was. And the next message was like to be the offensive coordinator for the Centurions. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, oh, dang.
Okay.
But it caught me by surprise, honestly. I wasn't really expecting to come out here to Europe and Germany at that moment. And then when that opportunity came about, I had no choice but to say yes. I mean, like I said, I had such a great experience over here, and to be the offensive coordinator, it's big time, and to be a great experience. I'm really looking forward to it.
Great. I mean, I know Cologne means a lot to you. We worked together for 2 years, but what's interesting to me is going from player to offensive coordinator is quite a big step. How did you prep for this?
I mean, honestly, when I played out here for my 2 years, I was always in the coach's office. I would go in there, talk about offensive schemes, watch film with them, talk to our coach about like, hey, this can work. So at those times, I already kind of felt like I was an offensive coordinator, maybe like an assistant at the time. And then now that I'm really doing it, it's just like I've been like prepping myself like throughout the years for this. So I feel like I'm ready.
Okay, interesting. So I think we hear that a lot from teams where, especially the import players, get really involved into also what's happening on the field, because you bring in a lot of expertise. If you play D1 college, that's already amazingly better than anything that we get here as a prep for players in Europe, because I mean, we're only just starting to really develop football here in Europe. So the expertise and professionalism I think that you can bring in is quite important for a team like the Cologne Centurions, which is, a lot of people describe it a little bit as like a Pandora's box. Nobody really knows what to expect from this season, because there's been quite a few changes. You're coming in as an offensive coordinator. What can we expect from the Cologne Centurions, and especially from your offense this season?
What we can expect, I just say a bunch of blue-collar workers. We're going to go out there and put the hard hat on every single day. We know that you got to earn everything that you get. Success doesn't just pop up out of nowhere. And I think that's what I really like about these guys. 2 weeks that I've been here, I can tell that these guys just put their head down and work. They don't care about what everybody else is saying. They're going to work as hard as they can, and they're going to get better each day. And that's what, at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Get better each day, control what you can control, and we're good.
Okay. So I had a little trouble understanding you, obviously, because there's a lot of energy going on here in the background. But I think what I got from it is that the team spirit right now is pretty high, and the motivation is just there in the grind, and the motivation to put in the work to keep up with your opponents for the upcoming season, correct?
That's right.
Okay. What do you think, especially from your offense, what are the main figures and players to watch this season for the Cologne Centurions? Who are the impact makers?
We got several good players coming up. Like I said, we're still in a work in progress, day by day. But honestly, we got a lot of players on offense that I think are going to surprise a lot of people. Like I said, we're just taking one day at a time, working. Results will come soon, but right now we're just putting in the work.
Nice. So, already mentioned you've been with the Centurions since day one. What does Cologne and the franchise and also the fans mean to you?
It means everything to me. I mean, anybody that knows me knows that I have a tattoo of the cathedral. I go see the cathedral anytime I can. I love the city. I love the vibes. I love the Legion of Jupe. All the fans. It's amazing. Some of the best fans in Europe to me. That's another reason why I came out to Cologne, is because of the fans are just so amazing.
It's amazing that you have this special connection with the team and with the city, but also with the league, since you've been here since day one. So a lot of things have happened. How do you see the development of the league from the first season, 2021, and now going into the 5th season?
Yeah, it's really cool to see the development. All the new teams are joining. I think this year we're really going to see throughout the league that more of the talent's even throughout the league, and we're going to see a lot better football this year.
Okay, so I think your role is also, as a coach, contributes to making the players better and giving them a certain mentality and all of that. What values are most important to you to pass on to your players now that you're evolving from this player role to a role with quite the responsibility and maturity?
Yeah, I mean, the thing that I really stress to our guys is that, like, at the end of the day, it's about setting the standard. The standard is just the best you've ever done. Whatever the best you did before that, set a new standard, go higher, do better. And I like to tell the guys also is just whatever's going on in our daily lives and things like that. I know, like, life's difficult, but leave that stuff when you enter the field, leave it at the front door, get to practice, lock in for those 2 hours or however long practice is, and be the best version of yourself, and we're going to see progress that we want to see. Like I told you guys, success doesn't happen by itself, you got to earn it. And that's the biggest thing I'm trying to let my guys know is just like, we got to really earn it every single day, every rep. You take one rep off, you're getting worse. If you don't stay the same, you get better or you get worse. So those are the things I'm really trying to emphasize to our guys.
Yeah, I think talking about standards also, standards you set for yourself and your personal goals for the season. Talk me through them. What are your personal goals now that you're in the coaching roles for the Cologne Centurions?
Yeah, I mean, currently my personal goals is just to help these guys develop. I know as a player, I always wanted a coach to coach me as best as he can because I want to be the best version of myself. And I know a lot of our players have big dreams and big goals, and I want to help those guys achieve that. And they know at practice, like, I see them do one thing wrong, I'm on them about that because I know they want to be better, and if they want to be better, I got to help them because I know a good amount about football, so I want to help these guys get better and be better.
How do you become the best version of yourself? Because I think, especially in the year that we've been with Frank Rosa, where I was also still with the Centurions, he introduced a lot of breath work, different techniques. How do you personally become the best version of yourself to bring also the best to your team and to your players?
Yeah, breath work's a really big thing. Shout out Frank Rosa. Another thing is, too, though, is you got to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. A lot of people go throughout their day and they're just so comfortable with everything they're doing that they're not truly getting better. You got to be uncomfortable a lot to get to where you really want to be. I read a quote the other day. It's talking about eventually you got to leave your old self behind to get to your new version. You can't keep that same version of yourself if you want to keep going higher and higher. So I think that's really big. And then just constantly just doing the right thing. If you do the right thing, you're obviously going to be a better person.
Okay, then we'll see if the Centurions are doing all the right things and getting uncomfortable to be comfortable during the season. All the best to you in your role. We'll be keeping an eye on the Centurions and hopefully having a successful season. So good luck to you and your team. Thank you.
Thank you.